Alright, so we're gonna talk about this case. There's a lot of facts I'd like to talk about. Gonna get into this real quick. Wait for a couple people to come in here, and then I'll start chatting. Oh wait, what's up, G Bros? What's going on? What's popping? Where is popping? So I want to get into some details into this case. I want to let y'all know what the DA statement is, what they said in regards to the autopsy results. They are in Hi Tanisha, how you doing? Hello to everybody that's watching. I'm going to wait for a couple more of y'all to come in here, and then I'm going to start on my commentary about this topic. The autopsy results have been in. Um, good. So, yeah, thank y'all for watching. Wait for a couple more people to come in, and then I'll start on the commentary. It's going to be real fast. It's not going to be a long show. I'm going to make sure this isn't long. All my lives be long. They be like over an hour long. Trying to keep this real short, maybe like a half hour, no longer. Yeah, this case is crazy. This case is real crazy. Quanell X, I think he knows well now, according to what I'm reading. Quanell knew everything that had happened. Okay, he was we light long. That's what's up, G Rose. Well, hey, you know what? If y'all, I can keep y'all stimulated the whole time. I get off topic at the end though. For real. Like, I'll keep y'all occupied with the topic on hand. So y'all know Darian's been charged. He has an additional charge. So besides the first charge he had, which was tampering with the corpse, so now he's got this new one. And what is this exactly called? Bodily injury to a child younger than 15 years of age. So that's his new charge. But the DA had released a statement about exactly what they think had happened and how they initially had heard about it. Okay, so I was wondering, because I don't know if y'all remember, but Quanell X had did an interview on a TV show on one of them local Texas stations, and this is all written down on this pamphlet here I got in front of me. So when more people come in, I'll probably say this all over again. But Quanell X, if y'all remember, he went on a local Texas TV station, and he came out and he had said, they had asked what did he think had happened, and he came out and he was like, I think Darian had hit her. I think he smacked that girl, and I think he killed her that way. That's not word for word exactly what he said, but that's basically what he had said. Well, Quanell X knew a little bit of a lot at that point in time, because, Quanell, now that happened like at the end of, it was like the middle to the end of May when Quanell X came out with that information. Because then on May 31st, that's when Quanell X had said that he had went up to see Darian thence, and Darian had came out and had told him the truth. He confessed to where the body was. Well, it seems like, hello to everybody who just came in, just touching up on this Maleah Davis case real quick, and then I'm going to get into the details. And Brittany, she came out and made a statement or whatever. Of course she going to make a statement now. She should have been made a statement, but maybe they told her to be quiet. I don't know, but let's see. Oh, there we go. So, again, Quanell X knew a whole lot of Lord knows he did. Lord knows he did. And he came out and he basically told what had happened to the girl. Because according to these documents, the court documents, it looked like Darian had actually hit her. Just like Quanell had said on that TV show. I wanted to do this a live video to just capture everything that's fresh on my mind. Everything that's fresh on my face, in front of my face. So wait for a couple more of y'all to come on in, and I'm just going to start reading out to everything I have, so y'all can piece it together on your own. Brittany Bowens. I feel like Brittany probably knew a lot about what had happened. She may have even actually helped Darian hide the body. As far as the death of the baby girl, I'm going to tell y'all, alright? Some of y'all might disagree with me on this, but I'm just going to voice my thoughts on this situation. When Darian's pop came out, all right, I thought it was his step pop, but we'll say his father. When Darian's father came out on his behalf and said something, like out of all the people in this whole situation, all Maleah Davis's real biological family members and all that, none of them came out and said anything. He came out on camera live and had to explain his view on things. He had to come out live and explain how like how his son was innocent. But like nobody on Brittany's side or Craig Davis's side, none of them had given statements about anything. And those are the people that I thought would have came out with statements. But I just feel like he was too busy trying to cover up for his pop. What you doing, girl? I already know. I try to, let everything fall into place together. So, but Darian, his pops came out too quick, I think. Too quick in defense of him. Girl, I'm just getting off of work. You know what I'm saying? Miss G Rose. I'm just getting off of work. And I'm like, you know what? I see everything that's going on. But I don't see nobody saying nothing about what I read about the court documents at all. And I'm like, is they reading the right stuff? Is they getting their documents and their information from Houston, Texas? Because not everybody's reporting the things that I thought that they would be reporting. And I'm like, I'm not hearing this shit. Why ain't I hearing it? So I'm going to tell y'all what I've heard, and y'all haven't heard yet. That's good, man. I know the okay. It be just like that, chilling. So I had a heck of a day at work. I was busy as hell. Lord knows I was. So let me just get into this real quick. So this is the documentation I worked up so I could read it to y'all so it could make sense. Sometimes I get to talking and I don't make sense to my damn self. Alright, so again, in addition to the charge that Darian had previously had, there was an additional charge that was filed yesterday against Darian. So now again, Quanell X, who is the community activist, he represented Brittany Bowens in the media, and he knew the truth. And actually, he had already told us about that. Hey, what's up, Martha? What's going on, babe? So Quanell X actually did an interview with the local Texas TV station, and he mentioned how he thought how Maleah died. He said he thought Darian Vince had hit Maleah in the head, and the blow was too hard, and it killed the baby girl. So he also mentioned that this would not have been the first time that Darian had hit that little girl like that. So I don't know if any of y'all is watching and y'all recall that interview Quanell did with the TV station, and he came out and described what he thought had happened. Well, Quanell let a little bit go too fast, because just follow me on this. So at this point in time, when Quanell had said this on this TV station, Quanell X was this was before he said that he had went to go see Darian. Y'all remember that? So here's what the local reporters and the court documents are saying. They're saying that Darian Vince, who is Maleah's stepfather, was previously charged with tampering with a corpse, which is a second-degree felony, and carries a penalty of 2 to 20 years in prison. Now, that charge is still active. His newest additional charge is intentionally causing serious bodily injury to a child younger than 15 years of age, which is a first-degree felony, and it carries the same penalty as a murder. So anywhere from 5 to 99 years in prison is what would be served. Now, on May 31st, Maleah's body was found in Arkansas on the side of the road. Remember, Quanell X had said that Darian had confessed to him. Well, according to these documents, okay, Quanell X said that Darian confessed to him that Maleah's death was the result of an accident, and that he dumped her body on the side of the road in Arkansas. Now, mind you, again, Quanell X had came out into the media and told everybody that he knew where the body was. That Darian had confessed about the body, right? So, let's see here. Right after Maleah's body was found, notice Quanell X had pulled right out of that case. He had pulled right out of it. And then at the end of June, the forensic scientists and the medical examiners, they had came out and said that Maleah had died as a result of a homicidal violence. Okay? So, now based on that previous information, on all that previous information, if prosecutors had charged Darian with murder, they would have had to convince a jury that he knowingly and intentionally caused Maleah's death. Instead, with the new charge of with the injury to a child charge, prosecutors will have to now convince a jury that Vince knowingly and intentionally caused Maleah's serious bodily injury. So the new charge will make it easier for them to give Darian a life sentence based on the evidence they have to submit. Now, the court documents also say that Darian is accused of knocking Maleah to the floor, causing her to suffer a blunt trauma injury, and failing to provide Maleah with proper medical care for the injury. So that's what's going on. Now, according to the court documents, prosecutors will argue that Darian knowingly and intentionally caused Maleah's serious bodily injury in 5 ways. By either striking her with his hand with a blunt object, by causing her to strike the floor, by causing her to strike a blunt object, and by failing to provide proper medical care to her. Now, if prosecutors convince the jury of any one of those ways beyond a reasonable doubt, Darian Vince will face anywhere from 5 years to life in prison. Again, it's the same penalty as murder. So the medical examiners say they will not release the autopsy results until the investigation is over. Well, they released that stuff. They released the autopsy results already. It's already out there. So here is the statement from the Harris County District Attorney's Office. It's a release statement that they had given. It says Darian Vince was charged Monday. Oh, hey Nick, how you doing? So everybody, thank y'all for watching. I haven't even peeped up real quick to see the count, but thank you all. I'm sure he ain't getting just 5, girl. But you know what? What they're saying is if they had went after him for murder, he probably would have got acquitted of murder because they didn't have the right evidence to prove that. But the evidence that they do have can prove that he did cause her bodily injury that caused her death. So that's just the same amount of time as life in prison. Well, you know, as a murder case, I should say. So welcome to everybody who has come into the room. I had just read a lot of my documentation here, but I am now getting into the Harris County Attorney's Office statement that they have released. Hey, Helen, what's going on, babe? How you doing? Thank you for joining the live. Thank you all for joining. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Alrighty, so here we go. Let me get back into this. So the Harris County District Attorney's Office released this statement, and this is what they said. Darian Vince was charged Monday with a first-degree felony, punishable by up to life in prison, in the death of 4-year-old Maleah Davis. Now, this is Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg had announced this on Monday. The charge of intentionally causing serious bodily injury to a child comes after Vince, who is 27 years old, was previously charged with the crime of tampering with a corpse. Maleah's remains were covered in Arkansas and brought back to Houston, where the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences completed an autopsy, recently finalized and forwarded to the Harris County District's Attorney's Office. After a review of all the evidence, including the autopsy results, prosecutors determined there was sufficient evidence to charge Vince with intentionally and knowingly cause seriously bodily injury to a child younger than 15 years of age. The case was investigated by Houston police, and the first-degree felony filed Monday carries a penalty of up to 5 to 99 years or life in prison. Vince has previously been charged in connection with Maleah's death with tampering of a corpse, a second-degree felony that carries a penalty of 2 to 20 years in prison. Now that charge still remains in place. So, man, I'm trying to tell y'all. So for those of y'all who just came in here, basically what I had read was, all right, let me get back to my documents that I had. You can't read word for word what everybody say. So again, Quanell X had basically came out. Remember when Quanell X had came out and he had told everybody that he went to the prison and he got a confession from Darian as far as where the corpse was, where Maleah's body was? So then, Quanell X came out. He publicly told everybody in the media the body was in Arkansas. Darian had told him that. But what Quanell X did not tell the public was that, wow, he's definitely going to get life probably. Oh, yeah, definitely. So what Quanell X did not tell us was that Darian said it was an accident. It was an accident that happened. So, and he told him where the body was. So Quanell X, as soon as they found that baby's body, he pulled right out. Just notice, he pulled right out. He did say that. Right? What's up, Trina? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Anybody who just came in here, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I try to give y'all thorough updates every time they come around. Oh, what's up, Mrs. Ohio? How you doing, Angela? So, guys, thank y'all for watching. Again, so just kind of touching bases with these important facts that I think are details in this case that I really haven't heard people really talking about. I think X moved the body himself. He was missing for a couple days. Maybe he dropped Maleah off the side of the road. Who knows? This case is going to the left. Yeah, Vanessa. So, Quanell X had already told the investigators the cause of death. That's what's in this report here. Quanell X basically came out and told them where the body was, and he also said that Darian had confessed to them that it was an accident. An accident that had went bad. Now, that's my words. I'm adding that in. It's an accident that had went bad. It says Quanell X had said Darian confessed to him that Maleah's death was a result of an accident and that he dumped her body on the side of the road in Arkansas. So that's what the documents are saying. It's sad. It's really sad. Now, as far as Brittany's involvement in this, hi, chat to all those coming in. Thank you, G Rose, for participating and inviting them or saying hi to them, greeting them. What's up, Janet? How you doing, babe? So just, going over these details, I'm not hearing many people going over. That's fine. I'm nosy, okay? I'm a nosy son of a gun. This is why I decided to do this YouTube channel, okay? My words may not be perfect, all right? My facts might not be on point, but my facts is damn near on point, okay? They there. They gonna get you there. You gonna understand what's going on by the time you get done this video, all right? And I make sure all my videos is like that, okay? I may not be, ABC News. I don't expect to be ABC News. I don't want you guys to look at me like I'm ABC News. I'm Keisha, Talking Loud with Keish. All right, this is my channel. This is how I represent myself. Again, I ain't perfect. I ain't coming off to be perfect either. Ain't nobody got time for no perfect patty. All right, so like I said, I'll read this over for y'all again. And then I'm going to cut this live off so you guys can just replay the video. I've listed some detailed information in this. It's basically saying how Quanell X had came out and said on May 31st, when he came out on the media and told everybody he knew where the body was, well, Darian had confessed to him. He left out the part that Darian had confessed to him that this was an accident. This was a result of an accident. And that he dumped her body on the side of the road. Okay? What's up, LTG? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody to the chat. Everyone who's watching. I can't see who's watching, but that's fine. Y'all supposed to watch me. So, yeah. So, again, Darian, he was previously charged with tampering with a corpse, which is a second-degree felony, and it carries a penalty of 2 to 20 years in prison. That charge is still active. He still has that charge against him. Now he has this new charge, and this new charge is based on the autopsy. Basically, is what's going on here. The autopsy did come out. They just didn't want to release the autopsy out to people, out to anybody, until the investigation was done. And the investigators did what they have to do. They now apparently have all the evidence they need to actually put this charge against Darian and stick it to him. Stick it to him for a life sentence. This was his girlfriend's daughter. As far as Brittany's involvement in all this, that's going to come out in due time, I'm positive. But there's only one way. If Brittany was involved in this, and I don't know. Oh, shoot. I didn't tell y'all what Brittany's statement was. Y'all may have heard about it or not, but I'll just read it to y'all if y'all haven't. So Brittany had put out a statement, and what she has said was, let me get my screenshots, get out of my downloads, and let me read this to y'all real quick. All right, so Brittany had made a statement, and the statement seemed real phony. It just seemed real phony to me. I feel like Darian and Brittany have an agreement where he's just going to take all this to the head. He's just going to take this whole case to the head, leave her out of it, and only one of them do time. Y'all know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Hello. Keisha, you has a good channel. You doing a great job. You are on point as usual. Thank you, Vanessa. Him the fall guy, and they left him out to hang. Well, Brittany probably got some good yang because Darian is taking this whole thing. He has not yet come out and said anything. If he did, these charges would not just be solely against him. Now, you know, we have yet to find out if the case is going to be, if charges are going to be filed against Brittany. But I would have thought that now that they got the autopsy report, unless they get a confession from Darian, the only way Brittany would go down in this is if Darian decided he wanted to put a confession in. So I think he probably hasn't. I think they both had some kind of alliance or agreement or whatever you want to call it, and he gonna do the time for the both of them. She probably gonna sell that yang and be able to send the money on his books. Y'all know what I'm saying? So, G Rose said if it doesn't come out in the wash, it'll come out in the rinse. You know that's right. You know that's right. In every instance, it always happens like that. At Helen Reed, Vanessa Jones, hey, good to see you here too. Vanessa Jones, hey, Helen. We at Hangout again. Oh, two good channels. Well, thank you all for being in here and watching. So, here y'all go. Here's Brittany's little statement she made. Brittany is a hot mess, okay? Brittany comes out and she makes a statement to this channel. It's called ABC 13 or something like that. It's some kind of channel out there in Houston, Texas. She says, it's not fair to Maleah. At this point, I want to know what happened to my daughter. The fact that he went through a great extent to cover himself is unbelievable. It's not enough. These charges aren't enough. But I have faith justice will prevail. Maleah, we love you forever. Brittany Davis. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. Brittany Bones. Maleah Davis's mother. So that is Brittany's statement that she made publicly earlier today at some point. If she don't get a YouTube channel or make a Facebook or do an Instagram live or something and just let us know it's real, because we need to know it's real, okay? All this in the media stuff and doing little interviews and stuff, that just lets us know it might be for the money, okay? I'm just saying, Brittany, if you ever watch this video, I'm just letting you know that right now. Every time you go to the media with your shit, it just look like you want attention, you want money, you want a Lifetime movie. Ain't that what they said she asked for? Shoot. Vanessa, Helen, Keish, I'm from Ohio as well. I have family in PA. G Rose, lies, lies, lies. She's so unbothered about her daughter death at G Rose. It sure will. Right. She is. Like, she just is like, I don't know. Like, that's not the statement I would expect her to make. Not on no, like, TV station, through a TV station. Like, she's not on camera saying that. Apparently maybe she is. I just didn't get it. I only got the clip off the news channel where they was like, look, she made a statement today. Like, listen, girl. All right. So, Darian Vance, the autopsy came out. That's where this charge is coming from. This new charge that they shout out to us yesterday. It's actually coming from the fact. Now, this documentation I got it from yesterday. So this news was actually out and about yesterday. I thought it was old news, and I didn't want to report on this old news. But you know what? I said, instead of me uploading a video, let me talk to these people personally and let them know what I know and what is going on. And these is facts. All right. So you got the statement from the district attorney, Harris County District Attorney's Office. You got that. Why should I make a statement in the media? Oh, sorry, guys. For those of y'all who's going to watch this as it's a pre-recorded thing, whatever. Vanessa Jones says, why should I make a statement in the media? X was talking for her. If he said something that's not true, she should have corrected him. Why haven't she did a statement at her daughter's funeral? Girl. And based on, she was with Quanell X right around the time when he got on camera, and he was telling them people like how he thought what Darian had done. And I think Brittany had told Quanell X what Darian had done, because that was way before Quanell X went to see Darian. Now they trying to say that Quanell X went to see Darian, and Darian had told him it was caused by an accident, and the body was dumped on the side of the road in Arkansas. But y'all follow me? Y'all see what I'm saying? Quanell X Ben had that interview on TV. And by the time he went to go see Darian, it was like May 31st, around then, right? May 31st, I think, is the actual date. So May 31st, he go up to see Darian, and then he come out and say it was an accident. And now the autopsy is coming out, and the evidence is coming out, and this is what they're saying happened. They're saying, and let's see, let me get this right. Sorry, y'all. Just want to make sure I read this correctly to y'all. Where in the heck did I put these documents in? Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. Here y'all go. Here it is. Let me light this thing down. It's just a cigarette, damn it. It's just a cigarette. X had info, withheld it. He was repping for Brittany, and he lied also. X probably knows a lot more. I'm just saying, messy. Vanessa Jones, you better preach, Keish. I'm gonna give you amen telegram. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But so according to the documents, the court documents, it says prosecutors will argue that Darian knowingly and intentionally caused Maleah serious bodily injury in one of 5 ways: by striking her with his hand with a blunt object, by causing her to strike to the floor, by causing her to strike a blunt object, and by failing to provide proper medical care to her. But that's not, so that's what they're going to be arguing tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow's the 7th, so his case is tomorrow. So that's what's going on. It says the court documents say that Darian is accused of knocking Maleah to the floor, causing her to suffer a blunt trauma injury, and then failing to provide Maleah with proper medical care for the injury. Now, this is in court documents, okay? This is in court documents. HPD is starting to push BB's button. You know what? And that's what's going on. I think they're pushing BB's buttons, but I think they is also pressing Craig's buttons. Because not Craig, I always call him Craig. Darian. I think they waiting for Darian to come out and just spill it out. Like, Brittany was there, like, maybe to split half those charges. Because they going to keep scaring Darian with this 20 and 99 years in prison. Darian might as well just get... You know what? I don't think y'all can see me good, so I'm going to put this brightness on real quick. Listen. Darian might as well just go ahead and order himself some, what is it, Kool-Aid or something like that. The orange, they got the orange juice mixing in prisons, all right? Darian need to go ahead and get him some of that and just tap it on his lips and put it over his eyes, because that motherfucker, he going to be somebody's bitch, all right? Darian is going to be in prison as somebody's bitch. He doing a lot of time, okay? He going to do a lot of time. Deborah, okay, so for anybody who watches this, it says Deborah says, Brittany's been so quiet all along about the situation as a mother. Would be breaking down. There's no way she's been quiet all this. Well, I just read a statement that she had just made today, actually, Deborah. So I'll read that back to you in just a second. So Nick, does it say anything about him moving her body? Well, you know, they still got him on the charge for tampering with the corpse. So they might not have him directly moving the body, but they got him moving the body, okay? He definitely moved the body. I will say that like that. As far as moving the body to Arkansas, I'm going to say, like, I don't know. I think the police want to end this and just give him murder and call it a day. And they probably don't even care about anybody else who's involved in this situation. But at the end of the day, Darian, how that body going to sit out there? That body was found on May 31st. Darian was locked up on what? May 11th, I think it was. So how that body sit out there from May 11th to May 31st and ain't no animals get it? All right, we know the lawnmower probably went over the little something. And you know, them lazy workers, they don't give a hoot. They like, whatever, that's just some trash, that's some bottles or something. They don't care. They ran over and just kept on going. But, yeah, there's the fox back there. But, yeah, anyways. Yeah, so, anyways, as far as Darian goes, I feel like somebody took that body from wherever Darian had left it at and took it to Arkansas. I do not think that body sat there that long. I don't. And right, exactly, G Rose, exactly. So, let's see, wait. Vanessa says, do you guys remember Maleah's dad said Maleah didn't suffer when X did his interview? He said Darian said Maleah was poisoned. And when she died, that's when he tried to get rid of her body. That sound a little bit familiar. That's what she said, Keish. Helen, wait, what you mean that's what she said? You talking? Wait, I didn't read the Brittany statement. I'm going to read the Brittany statement for y'all real quick again. So Brittany had released a statement today on one of the news outlets. I think it was like ABC 13 or something like that. And y'all could probably barely see me at this point. But I'm going to be ending this video real shortly. But Brittany's statement was, it's not fair to Maleah at this point. I want to know what happened to my daughter. The fact that he went through a great extent to cover himself is unbelievable. It's not enough. These charges aren't enough. But I have faith justice will prevail. Maleah, we love you forever. So that's signed by Brittany Bowens, Maleah Davis's mother. So how sincere she is about that statement, I don't know. But y'all know. Shoot. I keep touching this thing the wrong way. Y'all, yeah, so like, I really don't feel like, trying to close this thing up and make this bigger. So I don't know if y'all can see this or not. I don't know. Maybe not. It's backwards, I think. Is that backwards? That's the statement. So, for any of y'all who watch this video again, alright guys, I have to end this video. I thank y'all all for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It's getting dark out here. My camera's about to, mess up. So, thank you guys for watching. Till next video.